Hello friends, welcome back to Naked Core. This is Victoria and today we're going to be doing a level 1 dish, which is a tease me dish. It's been a while, we've been away, we've had the camera equipment gone, we've been really busy, but we're back to get into motion again, to swing and start filming again. So we came up with a tuna salad sandwich dish. I've been thinking for a while now that we want to have more level 1 dishes because we want to be able to transition easily into this new lifestyle without worrying that we're not going to have anything to eat, and what about protein and all this stuff, even though protein is really something not to worry about that much, because if we eat a well-rounded, wholesome, plant-based diet, we're going to get our protein anyways. But since we're maybe concerned in the beginning, we're going to make sure we're going to get our protein. What we're going to make our tuna salad sandwich with is chickpeas. Chickpeas are high in protein, not as high as tuna, but we don't need to overdose in protein, but they're high in protein, and they're also really good with not having cholesterol. Zero cholesterol. It actually has great source of omega-6 fatty acids, but we don't have the cholesterol, which is awesome. And guess what? Tuna doesn't have any dietary fiber, and chickpeas are great with dietary fiber. So we're switching from something that's not that great, something that's not that kind, to something kind and so much healthier. What I did here is I took the chickpeas, 1 cup only, which is really cheap. It's actually even cheaper than a can of tuna. And I soaked it for about 8 hours, and I simply boiled it in water for about 30 minutes on a medium flame. So our chickpeas are already boiled here, and I've cooled it down in the refrigerator a little bit. It's not really cold, but it's cooled down a bit. So it's going to be ready to be made. It's going to take literally a few minutes. Let me show you the other ingredients. We have red pepper, that's going to be a side garnish. We have tomato for the sandwich, lettuce, scallions, lime, and then I have a little bit of grapeseed oil. Veganese, I wanted to show you that. This is excellent. It's a great replacement for mayo. The ingredients are so much better than egg. I mean, really think about it. If you have egg in something stored for a long time, it can't be good. It has to have preservatives in it. It's impossible that it wouldn't have unhealthy ingredients. This is made out of canola oil, brown rice syrup, apple cider vinegar, soy protein, sea salt, mustard flour, and lemon juice concentrate. It's simple, and it's much better than mayo. I mean, I don't really use it often, but this is a great transition compared to mayo. So we're going to be using this instead of mayo, and it tastes delicious. We've already tried it. And here we have just pepper and natural sea salt that I always brag about and use. I don't use the white salt. I don't use really anything white anymore. White rice, white pasta, white bread. I use everything wholesome, the whole thing in its natural state instead of having it processed. And I'm also going to use garlic powder, and I'm going to use some sesame seed, which is also a great source of protein, essentially meaning a collection of amino acids. This actually has all the amino acids that we need. And I have 4 slices of whole wheat bread in the oven that we're going to toast in a little bit as soon as we get started. Now, let me show you the trick. How do we do our tuna? This is what we're going to do. This great little nifty addition to our blender that I've been kind of storing in the closet. I had no idea its potential until I discovered it. It has a simple blade. It's like a crusher compared to the blender. I'm not really that great with using it yet, but it's really fantastic. So I'm just going to toss these cooked chickpeas, garbanzo beans, and I'm going to crush them up for literally a few seconds, maybe 15 seconds, and they're going to be done. It's going to have a very similar texture to the tuna. Not identical, but absolutely similar enough. So this is our crushed garbanzo beans, our crushed chickpeas. This is what you want. You want kind of like a fine texture, but not too overground. You still want to have some pieces in it, but you don't want to have whole chickpeas in it. You just want to have it, you can kind of tell, just crushed. What I'm going to do at this point, I'm simply going to add 1 tablespoon of the mayo and see how I'm doing. I'm going to add some salt, a little bit of sea salt, some pepper. I like to have a little pepper. You can put however much you like in it. And then we have our sesame seeds. I'm going to measure because I'm usually terrible at measuring, but I think I need to have it first so everyone knows approximately how much. I think a teaspoon of it should be fine. And this is fresh garlic powder, more natural than in the usual spice bottles. I'm going to use a teaspoon of that too. And we'll see how we're doing in just a moment. So let's mix it. Actually, you may need more than that because a lot of our garbanzo beans. Yeah, I'm going to need more than that. Let me add another tablespoon of the veganese in it. This looks better. Because the garbanzo beans, they suck up the veganese really fast. And I almost feel like adding a little bit of water, but we'll see. And let me add a teaspoon of the grapeseed oil. You can use whatever you want, but you want a mild-tasting oil, not something too strong and overpowering, so it doesn't disrupt the flavor. This is looking better. And now I'm going to add the lime juice, just to see how the moisture is taking, because we may need to add some more moisture just to form a better bind for the tuna salad, well, chickpea salad. Yeah, it's already helping a bit. Okay, I did forget to mention that I'm adding a mashed up avocado. This is a small size avocado, so I'm just going to add it to the chickpea tuna salad. And I also chopped up the 2 scallions. And the avocado is going to add a great creamy texture without overbearing it with too much mayo in it, with too much veganese. So I'm just taking all of this together and mixing it up. So I ended up using an entire lime juice and a small avocado mashed up, scallions, natural sea salt, pepper, and that's pretty much it. So this is our tuna salad. This actually made enough tuna salad, I think, for 4 people. It's 1 cup of garbanzo beans, 1 cup of it only made enough for 4 people. So this is going to be for us 2 times. So once I finish mixing this up, I'm going to put this in the fridge and finish cutting up the vegetables for the sandwich. And we already have the toast in the oven, and we're almost done. This is a really quick dish. I mean, it just takes a little bit of preparation the night before, and then boiling it, and boiling the beans. You don't have to really watch it and see what you're doing. You can just let it boil. So here's our great looking chickpea tuna salad, without tuna, without cholesterol, just healthy alternative. So this is all nice and mixed up. It tastes really good. And I'm going to put this in the refrigerator to cool it while I cut up the vegetables and let the toast complete toasting. So this is how you want to cut the tomato for this sandwich. Instead of cutting it this way, we're going to cut nice round circles so you can place it nicely on the sandwich. You want to make sure it's not too thick. Wow, this is a nice juicy tomato. This is from the farm. It's local, it's organic, and it's just, it doesn't compare to the tomatoes that you buy in the store. This is so much better. So I'm going to put 2 on each sandwich. So I'm going to cut 4 total. You don't want it too thin, but you don't want it too thick. This is exactly how much we're going to put in the sandwich. So we got 4. And I'm going to have this on the side, just as a nice, tasty, crunchy side dish, instead of having the usual potato chips that we put next to sandwiches. Who needs that, right? It's really not a necessity. I think it's just a habit that we're used to going through sandwich stores, and they always tend to put potato chips for sandwiches, and I think it's fattening. We don't eat that. So with potato chips, we have something crunchy, and this red bell pepper is also crunchy. So this is going to make a great replacement for it. I'm just going to cut nice long slivers of these red bell peppers, and they're sweet, and they're healthy. As you start, I'm going to have to clean this up, but as you start making those changes to your diet and to your lifestyle, each change, believe it or not, makes such a difference to the way you feel every day. It's just so much healthier, so much kinder. I mean, why not eat such delicious food that is also kind, that doesn't cause any suffering to any living being? So try it. See what you think of it. It's really good. So here's our toast. It's nice and toasty on the outside and soft on the inside, the whole wheat bread. And I'm going to prepare a little lettuce bed for our tuna salad sandwich. Just make sure that the lettuce doesn't stick out too much. A little bit is nice, but not too much where it's going to be uncomfortable to eat. And then we simply take our chickpea tuna salad. Just be gentle with this because it's a lot and it could get messy. So with clean hands, you can always adjust it with your fingers if you have to. Yeah, this is a lot more than I thought. It's going to be plenty for lunch tomorrow or whatever else. See, we have that nice, it's nicely bound, it's not falling all over the place. Just like your regular tuna salad. And this is really, really, really tasty. So here simply I'm going to add the tomato slices. It's so juicy, it's so good. So I'm going to add a little bit more lettuce here because I have it left over. And that's it. It's really that simple. It's a very easy dish, especially when you can have the tuna salad the next day. Now this is the tricky one here. We want to be very careful when we cut this, not to create a big mess and not to make the sandwich fall apart. So be gentle and patient and just nicely, I use these knives that have teeth in the end so they cut through the sandwich easier. And just lift it up nicely. And there is our tuna salad sandwich. Round two. Just press it down gently. And be very delicate and gentle when you cut it. Like with any other sandwich. And here's round two. Success. And this is our final step. Instead of having potato chips that are crunchy, we're adding red bell peppers that are crunchy as well and much healthier than chips. And I just love the colors. I love preparing food that has so much color. It's just so appetizing. Here we go. And JC was preparing us some delicious carrot and orange juice, freshly put through the juicer, and we're going to add that to our meal. And the pulp we're not going to throw out, nothing to worry about. We give it to our Titus and Una, our fur kids, or we can also make carrot cake out of it, so nothing goes to waste. So here is our absolutely delicious, flavorful vegan tuna salad sandwich. It's healthy for you, tasty, and you should really give it a try. It's yum. So thank you so much for tuning in today, and we'll see you next time on Naked Core.